If somebody asked me, what is the one trick that you would perform if you couldn't perform any others this year, this is the one I'd choose. You see, what I've got here is I've got some red cards and I've got some blue ones. Now you'll notice that all of the red ones are king through to ace in order. And we've also got this same with the blue ones. So you can see they're all in order. So you then ask the spectator to choose one of these two piles. Let's say they choose this one here. You then give these a little mix onto the table, and then we're going to do what's called a randomizer shuffle. And let me show you what that looks like. Basically, you can ask the spectator to deal a couple of cards and then switch them. It's entirely up to them how many times they switch. So they can deal two and switch, or they can switch the next ones. If you forgot how to do that, let me show you. This is how you do it. So you can deal a few, you can switch again and drop, switch again and drop, deal a few and switch the last ones if you want to. So the spectator now does this process. So they deal, switch, however many times they want to do the switch they can deal a couple and then switch the last two. So they then choose a card. So let's say they choose this one right here, which is the 4 of spades. Now I'll show you these cards are all completely mixed. And so you then explain, remember the red cards are all ace through to king in order. And so if I give your cards a little tap like that, if you turn over your top card, you'll see I get a 7 on top as well. I give it another little tap and you turn over yours, you get an ace and I get an ace. You turn over your next one, you get an 8 and I get an 8. You turn over yours, you get a 2 and look, I get a 2. You turn over the next one, you get a 9 and I get a 9. You turn over the next one, you get a 3 and somehow I get a 3. Our orders have matched completely, and you can see here, look, you get a jack, I get a jack. Not only that, the card that you chose was the 4 of spades, and the 4 of spades is turned face up in mine as well, which is crazy. So you've also got a 5 of spades, I've got a 5 of spades. You've got a queen of spades, I've got a queen of spades. You've got a 6 of spades, I have a 6, and of course a king, and you've got a king. And that has to be the best trick of 2024. Yo, what's cracking everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Look, I'm not going to show my face today simply because I've had some dental work done and I look like a complete schnack. But how do you like my close-up, Matt? So if you're ready to learn, just leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, turn on notifications so you never miss an upload, and let's get right into it. Alright, so this is the explanation for this card trick. Now, I genuinely meant it when I said if there was only one card trick I could perform, it's got to be this one. It just packs a massive punch, it's really fun to do, and it is easy to do. There's only probably one sleight of hand move, which is a double lift, that you have to know how to do, and with a small packet, it's super easy. So what you have to have is king through to ace in red and in blue. That's all you need. You don't have to have it in spades if you don't want to, but that's what we're using today. So what you want to do, you want to keep the blue cards king through to ace in that order, that stays like that. Now we're going to put the red cards in a special order, and here's how you do it. So if you got king all the way through to ace, just turn them face down and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards into your right hand, and now you've got 7 in your left, and you're just going to alternate the cards. So you're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2 all the way through until you have no cards left. And so now that you're in this order here, you just want to reverse count them. So count these onto the table face up, and now you're in the order that you need. Perfect. So you then take the red cards and place the blue ones on top, and now you're ready to go. Now, why do we have the wallet? Let me explain. We'll get back to that in a second, but we're going to leave them in the wallet to start off with, and then we explain to the spectator that we're going to do a quick little card trick with red and blue cards. Now I'll show you why we have the wallet right now. It adds a time delay to get you past this point here. So once they come out of the wallet, you say, look, we've got some red cards and we've got some blue ones. As you turn them over, you're going to put the wallet to the side just like that, and it's enough time delay to forget what colored cards were on top. Okay, so we've got red on top and blue on the bottom, but if you do this, it adds a little time delay for you to say, so remember we've got the red cards, king through to ace. These are really blue. And then we've got the blue cards. But what you do here is you spread through, and when you get to the ace, be careful not to flash the card that's under the king. So when we get to here, we then up jog these cards, we flip them over, and then we say, and we've also got the blue cards, king through to ace. Now, we'll do that again, because what that does is you've just shown the blue cards twice. So let me go from the beginning, and you'll see the time delay in real motion. So you say, look, we've got some cards here. We've got some red cards and we've got some blue ones. Now, let's place that to the side. The red cards, they're really blue, king through to ace in order, as you can see right there. And then we up jog those cards, flip them over, and then we place the red ones down, and we can say, and so are the blue, king all the way through to ace. Now at this point here, all you have to do is just get rid of the wallet. So we'll get rid of that right out of frame. Perfect. So from here you just do a magician's force to force the blue one. So just ask spectator to pick a pile, and let's say they choose this one. We say, all right, perfect. And all you do is put that wallet on top. So it's another excuse to use it and put it to the side. But let's get that out of the way for now. So let's say this one's aside. We pick up this packet here. You say what we're going to do is we're going to give these a shuffle. And what you're doing again is the same way that I taught you how to set up this packet here. So you just take 6 into your right hand, and you say, look, we're just going to give these cards a little shuffle. Remember to start with your left hand. So you're just going to give these a little shuffle, and then you say we're going to do what's called a randomizer shuffle. Now, what this is, it actually looks like you're switching and mixing up the cards, but you're really not. So you're dealing onto the table. You're going to do this twice, and the spectator's going to do it once. And so you say, look, you're going to deal a couple of cards onto the table, and then you can switch with the next one and drop it onto the table. You can switch again, and this isn't mixing the cards up at all, although it does look like it to them. And so you do that process twice. So you say, look, deal a couple, switch, deal a couple more, switch, switch again if you like. And we haven't actually done anything. It does look like it's getting mixed up though. And so you then hand it to the spectator to do it, and they just do it once. And so they can deal, switch, deal, switch. They can switch again, deal a couple more if they want to. And we are still in the order. Well, we've actually created the order that is now here with the red cards. So it's actually completely matching, but we don't reveal that just yet. So once they've done the randomizer shuffle, then you ask them to choose a card. And so they take one out. Let's say they take this one. It is a free choice as well. Now, when they take the card out, you want to take the card that's on the left hand and just place it in this position here. Okay, so let's say they choose a card, they take that out, and then you just push one card over to your right. And then they replace that card face up. And then you say, look, these are all completely mixed. And they'll see they're all shuffled up. And just place these here. Here's the fun part. When you pick up the red packet, they think these are king through to ace. And you show them. So you do a double lift with the top two cards. And you say, look, remember these cards are ace through to king. They're still in order. All I've got here is a double. Okay. So you say, look, these cards here are all ace through to king. And all I have to do is just touch your packet, and suddenly our top cards are matching. Now, it's really important here that as you're turning these cards over, on your packet here, you want to have a get ready for when their face-up card that they chose comes, because you're going to do a double soon. And so you give another little rub, and then we've got an ace, and I've got an ace. You turn over again, you have an 8, and I have an 8. And somehow our packs are starting to match perfectly. And you just keep going through. You have a 2, I have a 2. You've got a 9, I've got a 9. And I'm waiting to see when that face-up card comes. So I've got to get ready. Every time I put a card down, I push over the top card slightly so that I'm ready to do the double. And so you turn over there on there. Well, they turn them over. There's a 3, and I have a 3. You have a 10, I have a 10. You have a 4, I have a 4, you've got a 5. Now, you can see this part here. What you want to do is you want to flip over a double. So you've seen their face-up card that they chose. So this is when you do a double and say, look, sorry, I've got a 5. Sorry, you've got a 5 and I've got a 5. And look, the card that you chose is face up and mine has turned face up as well. And he just plays that down. That's just a nice little kicker during the trick. And you just keep going all the way through. You have a queen, I have a queen, you have a 6, I have a 6, king, king, and obviously it's a completely perfect match all the way through. And you've got to agree, that's a pretty sick trick. And honestly, if it was the only one that I could do this year, this is the trick right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right guys, thanks for checking out today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. It genuinely is one of my favorite tricks to do of all time, and I'm sure you're going to get a good kick out of it. I promise to show my face next week, and it's going to be a really good upload as well. Good tutorial. I hope to see you then. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, and I'll see you guys next time without all these funny hand motions. I'll see you then.